Hey guys, Targetpopper here. This is a follow-up video for the Wolf ammunition, the 303 British Military Classic. And unfortunately, this is why it's called a 1.5 video, is I couldn't go to the range today. It was raining, it was cold, it was windy, I sound like a baby, I know. But my shooting range doesn't have roofs over the shooting station, so I didn't bother to go today. Which sucks because I really wanted to go. It's probably the only time I was able to go these next couple days. But we'll just postpone it. That's why I'm doing a 1.5 video, just to tell you what I've seen so far with this ammunition. And I didn't want to leave you hanging. So I did test the ammo at 20 yards here at the house because I wanted to kind of have an idea of what the guns would do with the ammo before I got to the range. I didn't want to go to the range and just start slinging lead and start hitting other people's targets and start hitting the frames of the shooting of the backboard and stuff. Didn't want to start messing things up downrange. So I'm happy I did too. This is a number 4 Mark I Star made by Long Branch in 1942. It's got a 2-groove bore. It used to be a sporter, but I rescued it. I spent a lot of time and effort into putting this gun back to the way it should be. Now I'm going to post a video, or not video, but I'm going to post pictures of what this gun did at 20 yards with the 303 174 grain military classic Wolf ammunition. And if I can post a picture in the video. So as you can see in the picture, each of the rounds keyhole. Now there are some normal bullet strikes on there, but those are from different rifles. Each of the 303 rounds, all 10 rounds out of this rifle, keyholed. And the only thing that I can think of that would cause that issue is the fact that it's a 2-groove bore shooting boat tail bullets. The diameter of the bullets were fine. They were definitely within spec for 303 British ammo and for this rifle. But the fact that it's a 2-groove bore and it's boat tails, I think that was the issue with this gun. Each one, all 10 of them, huge group, bigger than a pie plate at 20 yards, all of them keyholed out of this gun. I don't know if that's an issue with all these 2-groove guns, but it definitely is an issue with mine. So I'm not even going to bring this rifle to the test at the 100-yard line. The ammunition did cause a lot of problems with the extraction and even feeding and cycling. Problems I don't get with brass cased. And to prove that these issues were not the rifle or the shooter, I'm going to post a picture of what 5 rounds of my hand loads did at the same distance. And as you can see, it was a group like that. 3 of the rounds went into the same hole, and 2 of them ended up just slightly under that. And that's me standing up, taking my time, but you know, using the big peep and just taking pot shots at the target. So it's definitely the ammunition, not the rifle. The rifle is fine. Rifle is fine yet. So the gun did fine. It's just the ammunition. Now I did test the ammunition out of a number 5. It is a 1946 BSA Shirley. It's a real number 5. It's got the 5-groove bore, the flash hider, the whole shebang. It looks like it was used in the Malayan emergency. It's a little rough on the outside, but the bore is not perfect. The rifling is a little worn, but it definitely has a lot of life left to it. I shot that one at the same distance at a fresh piece of wood, probably about that big, by about that big. Wasn't very big. I hit it 1 time out of 10. So all the rounds hit around the board, and I only managed to land 1 hit on it. And the bullet did not keyhole, but I only got 1 on there. Now the only rifle that this ammunition has tested all right out of so far is the 1908 Australian rebuilt BSA number 1 Mark III. It's got an Australian barrel on it, but for all intents and purposes, it's the same barrel that was on all number 1 Mark IIIs. 5 grooves, whatever the length was, etc., so on and so forth. So I don't know why it's not performing out of the Jungle Carbine's 5-groove barrel. Maybe it's an issue with the length. It's not wandering zero. You're not going to notice a wandering zero like that at 20 yards. If the Wandering Zero is even real. I don't think it is personally. So what it's looking like is I'm not going to take the number 4 or the number 5s out to test this ammunition at 100 yards. I'm just going to take the number 1s. Excuse me. Ew. That was rough. So I'll probably just take the number 1 Mark IIIs. Because the number 1 Mark IIIs, I did test this ammunition a little bit at 20 yards, and I was able to hit a hard drive every time. I don't know why. I don't know what the big difference is. So this is unfortunate. I hope you didn't go out and buy 200 rounds of this stuff after seeing my initial video. I hope you were waiting to see the results. If you're still dead set on this ammunition and you have a 2-groove rifle, I don't cast this ammunition off just yet. This is only my rifles. My rifles are the only ones that I'm saying aren't performing. I would buy a box or 2 of the ammo and test it out if I were you. If you're dead set on using it. I don't hate Wolf in any way. I really like Wolf actually. Out of all my other guns that I've shot Wolf out of, I've always had good results. I've always had good extraction. I've always had decent groups. Except out of my M1A, I will say that. Out of my M1A, which shoots about an inch at 100 yards with my hand loads, I got about an 8-inch group. So, but, you know, feeding, extraction, etc., it did fine. So I gotta say though, out of these Lee Enfields, I'm just not impressed by it. I don't know if this is an issue with the powder charge, the bullets, the case, whatever, but it's not performing out of these guns. So that's really sad. I did mic the bullets when I pulled them apart to get this data out of them. That's the data, the powder, and then the bullet weights. And the bullets all came in at .311 or .3115. My hand loads use .312 bullets. And this rifle, for all intents and purposes, I've shot 311 bullets out of it before and never had a problem. A lot of the military stuff I've shoot is .310 or .312s in that range, and they've always shot fine out of this gun. But for some odd reason, this stuff just doesn't work. And I just think it's the boat tail. Lee Enfields, I guess, have a problem with boat tails. So anyway, as unfortunate as this is, that's the facts. I still want to do the 100-yard testing with this ammo and see what happens. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I probably am. I'll probably realize it as I'm editing this video. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.